would you say, again, your job, Christian Civic League of Maine, try to get Christians engaged in politics. And so to the idea that like, you know what, I think politics is a lost cause. I don't think that's how you change the world. Kind of getting back at this, well, it kind of is in some ways. It impacts things. But I'm just going to focus on trying to help people come to know Jesus. So how do you, because like ultimately as a Christian, what do we want? We want people to know Jesus so that they can be in right relationship with him. They can, and eventually not, go to heaven, all that other kind of stuff, right? And so like, if this world is just going to burn anyway, essentially, why engage in politics and not just simply focus on changing people's hearts? And then when people's hearts are changed, then that will change culture, and then the laws will change.
I mean, first of all, we are called, as a believer, I'm called to a couple of things, and I share this with every other believer. I'm called to glorify God in my life, and I'm called to go into all the world and preach the gospel. We all have the same mission at the baseline, right? And so I would start with, yeah, you're right. We need to go into all the world and preach the gospel. But it says all the world. It doesn't say just on the street. It doesn't say just at your neighbor's house. We have a responsibility to be salt and light in the entire world. And as you look at the world we have here in kind of our Jerusalem, right, our hometown or our home state, as you think of the people and the places that influence the most, one of them is our schools, right? They have a significant influence on our kids, on our families.
Yep.
One of them is our state government. It has a significant influence on the health, on the well-being, on decisions. What kind of decisions are we incentivizing? One thing we don't talk about a lot in churches is work. And I think we probably should talk more about it. But that's, if you start looking at
work
government,
and Sabbath, but yeah,
work and Sabbath too, yeah. But if you start looking at what has government done to help incentivize a good endeavor, to help incentivize work, what have we done culturally to make that a thing that is a part of our life? God clearly cared about it. There was work and Sabbath in the first couple of chapters of Genesis.
Yep.
Right? It was right there at creation. Government does a whole lot to incentivize or disincentivize what work looks like, right? They do a whole lot to incentivize or disincentivize what family looks like. And so my belief, we have a responsibility to help impact that. And I would say, as believers, we each have those two core missions.
Yep.
And God gives each of us other missions. I believe the mission I have is to be part of what's going on in Augusta and to help encourage churches and help encourage Christians to engage. That might not be exactly your call, but it might be partially your call.
Yeah.